Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be talking about a list, but not just any list. Today we're going to be talking about the underdogs, the little guys, the guys that were really good but never really got their complete moment in the sun. Man, these could be guys that I feel should be more utilized than they currently are. These could be guys that never really were utilized to their full potential. The ones that I feel, personally, that could actually be some of the most amazing dinos. They just never were really brought to the front lines, like the Rex and the Quetzal and the Argent. You know, those ones. You know, the ones that aren't quite there yet. The ones that, when they were coming out, never really had their moment in the sun. We're talking about the little guys, those guys. All right, and without further ado, here we go. Let's discuss the top 6 most underrated dinosaurs in Ark Survival Evolved. Alright, now coming in at number 6 on the list, it was a tough call, but after the recent TLC patch, it kind of won out. Because, I mean, with the Parecer, it received TLC that gave it a command that allowed it to go into turret mode and then be able to spot all the dinos around it, which basically a lot more people are using it. So, I decided that the number 6 one would actually be the Iguanodon. That's right. This guy right here is one of the best early game mounts that you can possibly get. I mean, I actually think even with the TLC updates that it is still better than a Parecer, but it is so widely less used than even the new Parecer now that the Parecer has been TLC patched. I mean, this guy right here, he can go ahead, he can harvest a whole bunch of stuff. Here, let's come out here, and he can harvest stuff almost as good as, I mean, a trike in the early game, and you can tame this guy at a really low level, and then you can make it so where you can level him up as you level up, which means that these guys right here, they could be your best buddy for a long time. Now, not only can they gather berries, and not only can they, you know, they can level up with you and they can be your buddy, but they can run super long distances. I mean, here we are. We're up like this. We're walking on our back feet. Now, if we just simple right-click, bam, you put down those front legs and you can run forever. You have 0 stamina drain while you're running like this. It is insane. You can go for just forever. You can go. You can do laps around the island. You can do laps around Ragnarok with these guys. And I mean, like I said, when you get those levels on there, I mean, look at this guy right here. I mean, this guy right here, he was tamed at 145, and he's just been leveling up. And I mean, he's just a powerhouse. I mean, 5,000 health. He's got 418 melee damage, 1,000 stamina, a 762 weight, and he gets a lot of weight per pump. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just insane. This guy right here could just be amazing. It's just really awesome. And also, one of the best things that these guys can do, here, watch this, all right? They can go like this, seed fruit in inventory, bam. And then a whole bunch of these berries just get turned into seeds. It's so cool. And then that way there, I mean, you just have these things as just little food. I mean, look at this. And then the seeds, you can just eat them. Bam. Yeah, and they last forever. The seeds don't have a spoil timer like berries. You can just hold on to these in your inventory as you're going out adventuring when you're low levels and not have to worry about your food spoiling on you. Yeah, it's not as good as, say, you know, it doesn't have the same effectiveness as meat or anything like that, but it's food that doesn't spoil, and that's one of the most important parts. Yeah, all right, and that's why the Iguanodon comes in so high at this list. For, you know, they can run for super long distances, they're really fast, and then, I mean, these guys, you can even phase tank things with these guys when you get them nice and properly leveled up. You can just sit on the back, use your crossbow, use your bow, use your long neck when you get high enough level, and just let things beat on you while you tame them. It's awesome. And then one of the easiest ways to knock these guys out, you just bolo them. Bam. Like that. Just bolo them, trank them, and then, you know, drop your berries on them. It's really, really good. All right, so hey, let's move on to the next one. After I get this bola off you, dude. All right, good job. All right. Sorry about the bola, all right? I really mean it. Sorry about the bola. All right, and for the next one on the list, the number 5 most underutilized dino in Ark, I'm going to have to go with, this was a tough call, but we're going to have to go with these little guys over here. the Dimitra Don, and I'm gonna tell you why. I know a lot of people are like, well, you can't ride that dino, it's worthless. No, actually, it is far from worthless. It's, say if you are over in a remote area, you need to hatch some eggs, you need to survive, basically, just pop one of these guys over in like a little, 2x2 square shack, and it'll warm up the entire shack. It's really cool. Now, also, if you need to, you can actually use these guys to hatch eggs. You can use them as like a remote egg hatchery. And I've got a couple of the greatest here, a couple of the grand guys. We've got a Rex egg and a Quetzal egg. And I'm gonna show you just what happens when we drop it right next to these guys. All right, let's see. Bam, there's the Rex egg. And it's incubating. Just right next to these guys. It's so cool. Now, I'll show you a few tricks about how to work these guys that a lot of people just aren't aware of. All right, and there we go. We have a Quetzal egg that's incubating right next to 2 Dimitrodons. It's really simple. Now, when you're leveling up Dimitrodons, one of the best things to do is, because a lot of people used to think that their ability to change your hypothermal and hyperthermal was kind of hard locked, and that's not the case. Because if you take a Dimitrodon and you level only melee damage, this is the stat right there that determines how good of an air conditioner they are. Yeah, that is how it works. So if you take a Dimitrodon and only level melee damage, here, let's see. Yeah, bam! My hypothermal just increased just from raising that dude, what, 3 levels? Yeah, it's insane. It only went up like 7 or 8 points, but it's still, I mean, that's, if you take one of these Dimitrodons, only level up melee damage, you can hatch eggs just right next to them. You don't need air conditioners. You don't need any of that fancy stuff. It's just bam. Yeah, knock the sucker out, throw a whole bunch of narcotics. Now, granted, these guys, they are a pain in the butt to tame because they do, their torpor does lower really fast, which means you have to be right on it. You have to babysit these guys. But with their, I mean, you can pick these guys with an Argent, drop them in a taming pen, forget about it. Hey, they're yours. That's right. So that's why these guys right here, they come in at number 5 on the most underutilized list because, I mean, these guys are just awesome. They're awesome. Say if you want to go to a remote area and tame and hatch up your Giga eggs, these guys will be the ones to do it. Don't even worry about setting up the generator, the air conditioners, getting the fuel, anything like that. Bam, tame a Dimitrodon, level nothing but melee. This guy's got you covered. Alright, die, dude. Die! I told you! Die! Alright, now we're gonna... Alright, yeah, I was about to show off the next guy on the list, and then I got attacked by some raptors. Alright, but hey, the next guy on the list, we're talking about the Peleg Ormus. That's right, these guys right here, why, they're probably one of the most underutilized flyers there is in Ark. I mean, you have the Pteranodon, you have the Argentavis, you have the Quetzal, I mean, you have the Griffin, you have the Wyverns, and the little Peleg Ormus, it just kind of slinks by, without too much without too much appreciation. But there's so much to be said about these guys. These guys right here are, I mean, between these guys and the next guys, these are the biggest guys that'll actually get you into the ocean from at a low level. That's right. These guys right here, I mean, they can gather fish like nobody else. Yeah, right. It's just amazing. Here, look at this. You can land right here on the water just by coming down, and then they do 10 times normal damage to fish. Plus, they harvest and gather with the same bite. That's right, you just go down, you bite it once, you already gathered all this stuff. I mean, forget about it, it's amazing. And there we go, just like that, we have, I mean, just a ton of fish. Alright, now also, you could use the same tactic with Cnidaria, but be careful, Cnidaria will stun you and knock you off. Now, one of the easiest ways to actually get Cnidaria is just hover right above the water, because Cnidaria, they'll normally aggro onto you. Now, if you take and you just hover above, just as low close to the water as you can, they won't stun you, and you'll still be able to hit them. Just like that. And it's amazing. See, I've already been using this guy to gather a little bit of biotoxin. And, I mean, right there, 73 biotoxin. And you just hover above the water, you get the Cnidaria to come up to the top of the water, just like this, while you're just hanging out. And then when they get close, you just kind of hover above it, and then bam, smack them in the face. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but once you get used to it, you'll be swimming in biotoxin before you know it. It's super amazing. All right. Now, these guys right here, you can also fish off the back of them. Yeah, it's really cool. If you like fishing, and a lot of people do, I mean, that's one of the easiest ways to get engrams in Ark, is you just go out, go land on the water anywhere you want, next to any fish. You don't even need a raft, don't even need nothing. You just come out like this, cast your line out like that, and then fish right off the back of these guys. If predators come up to you, just fly away to the next spot, and don't worry about it. It's really cool. All right, now when you tame these guys, they actually get a little bit faster while you're taming them. It's really cool. They actually get about 1/3 of the speed that they normally were in the wild faster. Now, one of the easiest ways to knock these guys out to tame them is to just wait till they land, bola them, and then shoot them in the face with a tranq dart or shoot them in the body with a regular bow. Crossbow tends to kill them a little bit, but yeah. All right, so hey, and also these guys right here, if you take them up to the snow biome and you start harvesting up Kairuku, they get additional organic polymer from the Kairuku. It's really cool. Yeah, so yeah, if you're in the business for getting organic polymer, these guys right here are one of the best for it. It's amazing. All right, so hey, yeah, all right, and then one last thing I want to tell you about these guys, but we have to get way over to the ocean before I can do it. All right, is how to lure megalodons into a pen with these guys, because this is kind of cool. All right, now one of the coolest things with these guys is oceanic creatures are generally attracted to them. That's right. So if you set down on the water, you're gonna start pulling aggro. So be aware of this, but also you can use this for your advantage. All right, come down like this and see right here. The dolphin is already aggroed on us. This ray up here is instantly gonna come check us out. There's a dolphin right there. Now also, if you get a megalodon in the area, see right there, here comes the ray, he's gonna come check us out, and you can use this to your advantage to lure any of these guys into taming pens that you want. Say if we can find a megalodon out here, you can get him aggroed on you, and you can just build a little taming pen way over here off the edge in the base of the water without having to worry about anything coming to try to eat your face, and then when you are ready to utilize it, just come out like this, pop something down here, so where you can close up the taming pen for when it comes in, and then look at this. Everything is just gonna follow us everywhere we go. Yeah, and you can just come in, lure it into a taming pen, and then seal it up right behind it without even having to worry about it at all. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, so if you're looking to get into the underwater stuff, this is really good dino. This right here will help you tame up a bunch of underwater stuff. It's really cool. All right, so hey, now I'm going to wait for this heat wave to go, and then we're going to bring you back for the next one. All right. All right, and now we're back for number 3 on the list. And we're over here at my water base that we have on the island. And yeah, so this is another one of those dinos, just as you're starting to get into the water, and just as you're starting to get into the ocean, one of the ones that you're kind of going to want to be looking for. Now, I think that there are certain dinos that a lot of people go to first, but this guy right here, it can't be overstated just how useful he is to getting into the ocean, to getting your feet wet, to finally breaking through that wall and getting down into the ocean just so you can explore stuff. All right, now here we are. We're talking about, not that guy, bam, this guy right here, the Sarco. This guy right here is actually really dang cool. And even though he got a TLC pass, I feel that this guy, he's not really thoroughly as utilized as he should. All right, now here, let's take a look. Let's head out over here. Now, on land, this guy is actually kind of slow. Now, after the TLC patch, well, this guy, they used to turn really slow, but now that after the TLC, they actually have a much better turning radius. Now, they have a couple attacks. They have this attack, left click, and then they have the right click, where you can grab hold of stuff. Here, let's go out like, here, let's go into C mode. That's right click, and it just spins. That's super cool. It does so much damage. All right, now also, they have another attack where it's where you just press your crouch button, and then you can aim it, and then you can jump at it. If there's something in the way, you can jump at it. It's like that right there. We just jumped at our Fido. All right, so now, once you actually learn the ropes on this guy, you can head out here in the water, and they go like 3 times as fast in the water as they do on land. Now, they used to have a problem with being able to go up and down, but now, oh man, I mean, they just rise and lower so fast. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, it used to be that, if you were going up and coming down, it would take a while, but now it's just so cool. I mean, look at this. mean, and then you can just head out over here, and it just goes super fast. These guys are just so good. And then one of the best things with these guys is you can actually use them as a means of getting around very quickly on the island. Here, let me show you what I mean. Let's go up to the surface real quick. Let's get up to the surface real quick. Thank you. All right, now you see these little the rivers and the inlets. All right, say if you wanted to like take a dino that goes all the way across the map, but you really don't want to have to take the time or go over the land or have to worry about too much stuff, just zip your way through the rivers. It's so cool. And piranhas actually run from you when you're on a Sarco. Yeah, they won't attack you. It's so cool. All right, so yeah, the only things you really have to worry about is when you go through the swamps, you have to worry about capros and stuff like that. Or, you know, you have to worry about leeches, stuff like that. But when you're going so fast, the leech is going to have a really hard time catching up to you. And then Spinos. Spinos, yeah, they're pretty fast and they're mean, but yeah, they can't keep up with this guy. This guy just goes so fast in the water. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. All right, and then also another thing that's really cool about these guys, you can just hop off the back. You can use them as a raft. Yeah, and then when you go through the water, you get knocked off. Dude, stop moving, man. All right, stop move. All right, go right there. There you go. Good boy. All right. So, yeah. All right, and that's why this guy right here, he comes in at number 3. Sarcos, I mean, they're awesome, but I don't think they get utilized nearly as much as they need to. I mean, these guys are just so dang cool. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really, really awesome. All right, let's see if we can get back to base just by using this. I love doing this. All right, come on, buddy. Over this way. Let's get over this way. All right, see you guys for the next one. All right, so for number 2, now I've often talked about throughout a lot of my videos, and I've got a lot of them, about how much I love having the Equus for the early game. But we're not here to talk about the Equus. We're here to talk about his little buddy, his taming buddy, the little guy that goes along with him, the little pack rat of the sky. Those little annoying dudes that swoop down on you, grab your narcotics, and everybody hates them. But these guys have to be one of the most underutilized dinos that you can possibly get because they are so amazing, especially in the early game. Holy crap, these guys are cool, especially when teamed up with an Equus. Now, there is no way I would put an Equus on this list because Equus, I mean, everybody knows Equus, especially now that Ragnarok's out. I mean, everybody knows, hey, if you want to get a leg up on a Ragnarok, start over in the Highlands, get yourself some carrots, get yourself an Equus, win. All right? I mean, from there, it's just up. That's all it is. But if you want to really have one of the best taming experiences, one of the best early game experiences, get one of these guys, the Ichthyornis. That's right, these little dudes right here. These guys are so amazing when teamed up with an Equus. Because you take an Equus, you go out, and you just kick stuff in the face until it's knocked out. Right, just like this. See, bam, that guy right there, he's knocked out. We can tame this guy. Now, you can take the Equus over, you can go grab your berries over there, and then you can pop them on this guy, and you can tame this guy. But what happens if you need, if you run against a Carnosaur, a Carno, or something that is carnivorous that eats meat? Well, that's when you go like this. And then you just pop down with this little dude, and just send him out like that. He goes out. He attacks these guys, and he brings it back to you. And now this golden glow that he gives these things means that these guys, we're going to be able to harvest prime meat off these guys with just a pick. Bam! Raw fish prime meat. Yeah, it's that easy. You can get prime meat off of dodos with this guy. It is so cool. You could actually, with a nice leveled, Equus, you can go out, you can kick a T-Rex in the face and knock this sucker out, and then you can take the Ichthyornis out, and you can use the Ichthyornis to harvest dodos. That's right, I said dodos. Get prime meat from dodos, and then use the prime meat to tame up that T-Rex. These guys, this combination right here is the best early game combination out of everything in the game. The Ichthyornis combined with the Equus. That is right. These guys right here, it's the most understated combination that you could possibly get. But yeah, that's why I am putting the Ichthyornis as number 2 on the most underutilized dinosaur in Ark. These guys are simply amazing. I mean, I can't say enough good things about these guys. That's why one of the best things, one of the earliest things I do is I'll go out and I'll tame an Equus and an Ichthyornis, and it just turns out to be amazing because all of a sudden, the whole game opens up to you. You have so much more options when it comes to playing Ark. It's so good for the early game, and it's just amazing. Now, these guys right here, they're kind of a trick to knock out. One of the things you want to do is make sure that you don't use a crossbow on them. That's right. When you're knocking these guys out, they don't have that many hit points. Here, take a look at this guy. And I've leveled this guy up quite a bit. I mean, he's already got, 18,000 XP. All right, this guy, they don't have very many hit points. What you want to do, you want to bowler this guy, and then you want to shoot him with either trank darts, and I know trank darts are kind of higher level, or just regular arrows from a bow. All right, and you don't want to do headshots. You want to do body shots, and you want to take it easy on this guy. Just so where he kind of, he'll just kind of slowly knock out. Yeah, you want to baby him. All right, do body shots because headshots do more physical damage. Yeah, you can use a crossbow, and if you use a crossbow, don't go headshots. Whatever you do, headshots will kill this guy even with trank arrows. That's right. And then with that, you just have to go out and grab a whole bunch of fish meat. You can go harvest it up in the rivers right next to you. Throw it on this bad boy. He takes some narcotics. Be careful. You do have to babysit these tames because their torpor goes down quite fast. But yeah, once you get that, this combination, it's the best early game combination you can possibly get. An Ichthyornis with an Equus. All right. Enjoy. Now let's move on to an honorable mention because there's one dino, it was gonna be on the list, it almost made the list, and the reason why I took him off the list, I'll explain here in a few minutes, but this is the honorable mention. I realize that makes it, this is almost like the top 7, but no, this guy right here, he was just kind of pushed off because the other dinos seemed to be a little bit more underutilized than him. Alright, so coming in as an honorable mention, yeah, this guy almost made the list, he just barely. I mean, I had it neck and neck with the Iguanodon and this guy, the Dire Bear, for a long time. But the Dire Bear, a lot more people actually use this guy nowadays, especially after the most recent TLC patch, now that they can gather honey. You just go up to a beehive, smack it once, you gather that honey, and then bam, you don't have to worry about too much of anything. These guys are one of the best things for gathering stuff, and especially at the lower levels. They're the layman's Therizinosaurus. They'll gather just about everything that a Therizinosaurus would, minus the wood, but they'll gather the fiber, they'll gather the berries, they'll gather all that stuff. And now when they run, if you the longer you sprint, the faster they'll go. Yeah, they do top out a little bit. Now here, watch this. They just get going so fast. It is just amazing. And it just goes faster and 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 faster. And I think this right here is their max speed. It's really cool. These guys go really fast, really far. Yeah, they don't go as far as an Iguanodon, and they don't have the, you can't really tame them at the same level as you do an Iguanodon. I mean, you really can, but they're a bit more tricky. Because, I do have a video on how to tame these guys with only primitive stuff without having to worry too much about it. So, hey, yeah, I'll put a link down below, and also maybe we'll put a card so where it'll link to that up top. So, where if you guys want one of these guys, have fun, knock it out. I have a video, an instructional video on exactly how to do it with nothing but primitive stuff, crossbows and trank arrows. It's actually pretty easy. All right, so hey, let's move into our number 1 slot. All right, now the next guy on this list and the last guy on this list, the number 1 dinosaur that I feel is underutilized. Yes, I'm going to keep putting this guy at the top of the list until people fully realize the potential of this dinosaur. Because, yeah, they're good. A lot of people know they're good, but not everybody knows they're good. And these guys, they need to stand out. They need to jump up the top of the mountaintop and go, hey, I'm here, use me. And these are the guys that are the ones that you want to be on. Because, I mean, look at these guys. These guys are so good. And we're talking about the Baryonyx. All right, now these guys, they've got some really cool special powers. And the first one I'm going to mention, all right, take a look at how slow this guy's health is raising. Now, as soon as we put some fish meat on this guy so where he can eat, bam. Look at how fast that goes up. That goes up so dang fast. And that's just from eating fish meat. Whenever they have fish meat in their inventory, these guys, they're going to have a healthier regeneration. It's going to go up so fast. All right, now these guys right here, all right, not only do they have the regeneration, but they're pretty good on land. Here, look at this. I mean, they can go through, they can do a bunch of damage, they can face tank a bunch of stuff, and then you don't have to worry too much about getting them killed, especially if you have a really high leveled one. All right, now, once you actually, here, let me take out this turtle and his buddy that wants to, dude, you just want to come in and join the fun and get eaten, huh? All right, but yeah, I mean, while they are good on land, once they get into the water, that's where the real magic happens with these guys. All right, because you can go out and you can use a spin attack that just stuns things all around you. And then does a whole ton of damage to it. It's amazing. And now it'll take... My stego is still knocked out. Take that, stego. You didn't know what was coming, right? All right, but yeah. Once you stun things, you can actually hop off, or you can just use your weapon from the back to knock things out. It's like they won't do very super small dinos, stuff like Cnidaria, stuff like that. They won't stun those, but they'll stun small dinos to medium dinos, like Megalodons. That's a big one. Yeah, they'll stun Megalodons. They'll stun alpha Megalodons. It's really cool. Yeah, and then oh, you can actually take these things underwater, and you can face tank Plessies with these guys while you tame the Plessie. Yes, that's true. These guys have 0 oxygen bar. They don't drain stamina while they're swimming around. It's amazing. These guys are so cool. I mean, if you're looking for one of the best dinos to just get around the island on, to either land or sea, these guys are them. The Baryonyx is just amazing. And not only that, all right, these guys are one of the best cave dinos there is in Ark. If you're looking to have a dino that can go into a cave and just decimate the entire cave, these guys are them. These guys, oh my god. I mean, not only can you face tank Mosas while you're taming them, and I'm not saying that brand new leveled Baryonyxes will be able to face tank a Mosa. You have to level these suckers up. You have to love them. You have to ride them. You have to make them your friend. You have to talk to them. Pet them every once in a while. Make them sleep in your bed every once in a while. Or maybe not while you're in it. But you get the point, all right? But then after they're really well leveled up, you can take them underwater and you can face tank Mosas with these guys. It is that good, all right? Yeah, granted, you might have to flee a little bit, let them regen on fish meat that you have in their inventory, and then get back in there and then shoot the Mosa some more in the face. But it can be done. I've done it personally. It is so, so good. Yeah, it's that amazing. All right, and then if you take these guys and you breed them, they are even so much better. You get the full imprint bonus on them. You can just plow through any cave that you want. It's amazing. The Baryonyx, yeah, while not that many people are using them, yeah, you do have people that do realize just how good the Baryonyx is, but then there's quite a few people that really don't. And the Baryonyx, that's why it comes in at number 1. Right, so hey, I realize this list is 100% my opinion, but hey, if you agree with my opinion, if you don't agree with my opinion, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the list, all right? See if there's anything I should probably add to it, something I forgot, anything like that. All right, and hey, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe for more content. I do soloing the Ark, and I also play on the Gaming Evolved servers with a bunch of really cool people. So hey, yeah. And also remember, if you liked the video, click that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo, and take it easy, everybody. All right. So hey, let's get your butt back to base. All right. Whew. That was really fun. And Stego, he's still knocked out. All right, hey, you're just gonna be sleeping, buddy. Having your little nap. Take it easy, dude. I like your colors, though, man. It's pretty cool. All right, take it easy, everyone.